Imagine opening a freezer-cold bottle on a winter night in Warsaw. The glass fogs. Somewhere beyond the city, rye sways in the wind, potatoes sleep under dark soil, and copper stills hiss softly in tiled distilleries that have watched centuries come and go. Vodka is not just neutral spirit here. It is grain and ground, climate and craft, a statement of place. Tonight we are pouring 10 standout Polish vodkas you should know, what makes each distinctive, how they drink, and where they shine. Sip slowly, judge fairly, and let Poland's most famous export make its case. Let's pour. First up, Chopin. If you have ever wondered whether the base ingredient really changes vodka, Chopin is your master class. They bottle single-ingredient expressions, potato, rye, and wheat, so you can taste the raw material, not just the rectification. Potato is plush and creamy, the kind of texture that clings to the glass. Rye tightens the line with pepper and structure. Wheat glides, soft and slightly sweet. Line them up neat, side by side, and you will never again call vodka flavorless. Belvedere. Modern, elegant, and ruthlessly consistent. Distilled from Polish rye, Belvedere is built for clarity. Clean grain on the nose, crisp minerality through the mid-palate, and a white pepper snap on the finish. It is luxury lean, but not fragile, perfect in a stirred martini where dilution and chill let the rye speak instead of shouting over it. Sobieski, value meets pedigree. Named for King John III, Sobieski and made from 100% Polish rye, this one drinks above its price. Bright grain, a little pepper, very little burn. It is a workhorse bottle. Frozen shots with herring, highballs with tonic, or as the reliable backbone in a Vesper-style build. Zubrowka Bison Grass. You can spot it across a bar. Pale straw color and the iconic blade of bison grass. The aroma is unmistakable. Vanilla and coconut notes. Hey, a whisper of clove. Apple juice and a squeeze of lemon make a crowd. Pleasing long drink, but chilled neat is where you feel the meadow. It is Poland in a glass. Herbal and instantly memorable. Wyborowa, classic rye, classic Poland. The name translates loosely to exquisite, and when it is fresh from the freezer, the palate proves the point. Soft entry and rounded grain sweetness, then the rye turns the lights up with white pepper and a clean, dry exit. If you want to benchmark Polish rye for blind tastings, this is it. Luksusowa, the potato standard bearer. If Chopin potato is the tasting room lesson, Luksusowa is the everyday proof that potato can be downright delicious. Fuller body, satin texture, gentle sweetness that never tips into syrup. Shake it into a white Russian for a richer mouthfeel, or serve icy shots with smoked fish. The weight carries flavor like a sauce. Zoladkowa Gorzka, a Polish staple with an herbal citrus tilt. Think orange peel, spice, and a hint of bitters riding on a vodka base. It is the bottle you pull when you want something neighborly after dinner. Chilled and sipped, or lengthened with a dry tonic so the bittersweetness stays buoyant. An orange twist amplifies the nose. Debowa, oak vodka. Oak in vodka, exactly, and it works. Debowa folds a touch of wood character into a clean spirit. Light vanilla, faint toast, a brush of tannin. It nudges toward whiskey drinkers who prefer their oak as a whisper rather than a shout. Over a big cube, the grain stays center stage while the oak frames the edges. Wodki Lancut. Old-school credentials from a small-town distilling hub. The profile is classic and a touch old-world. Slightly sweet grain on entry, then crisp and tidy. It is the kind of vodka that reminds you why neutral done well is an art. No drama, no rough edges, just balance. A perfect table vodka for shared plates and quick toasts. Pan Tadeusz. Named after Poland's national epic, this wheat-based vodka leans polished and approachable. Expect subtle vanilla tones, a silkier mouthfeel, and a clean, short finish that makes it easy to refill. If you are building a tall, sparkling highball, soda with citrus and maybe a dash of bitters, Pan Tadeusz keeps the texture smooth and the flavors transparent. How to drink them well without wasting a drop. Keep a freezer bottle for neat service, especially rye and potato, which bloom at low temperatures. For tasting flights, pour small, about 20 to 25 milliliters per glass, so temperature and focus hold. In cocktails, match spirit to structure. Rye vodkas excel in martinis, Gibsons, and savory builds. Potato vodkas shine in creamy or texture-driven drinks. Flavored or infused styles like Zubrowka and Zoladkowa do best in long, simple highballs that let aroma lead. And salt your snacks. Brined fish, pickles, and dark bread with butter are natural partners. Polish vodka loves salt, fat, and acidity. What to look for on the label? Start with the base ingredient, rye, wheat, or potato, because each drives texture and finish. Pay attention to place. Many of these vodkas are tied to historic distilleries, and provenance matters for water and grain supply. Check the proof. Small proof differences change sweetness and volatility. Scan for additives. Top producers do not need sugar or glycerin to fake smoothness. Smooth should come from good cuts and patient filtration, not from recipe tricks. If I had to build a starter rack for discovery, begin with two contrasts. Pour Chopin potato against Chopin rye. Same producer, different base. Add Wyborowa for a textbook rye, Luksusowa for a widely available potato, and Belvedere for the refined, polished rye style. Keep Zubrowka in the door for a left-turn nightcap, and Zoladkowa for a bitters-leaning after-dinner sip. Round out with Debowa for oak curiosity, Lancut for table-ready neutrality, and Pan Tadeusz for easy, highballs. 10 bottles, 10 distinct stories, no duplication and no dead weight. Why Poland does vodka differently. Rye thrives here. The climate is cold, the grain is resilient, and the cuisine prizes spice, pickle, and smoke. Flavors rye vodka frames beautifully. Potato entered the canon later and brought richness and a different kind of sweetness. The culinary parallel to adding cream to a soup rather than more stock. Modern column stills can strip a spirit lean, but the best producers are not chasing emptiness. They chase balance. Enough character to interest, enough polish to refresh. How to choose your house bottle. Taste side by side if you can. If you like structure, pepper, snap, and a dry goodbye. Lean rye with bottles like Wyborowa, Belvedere, and Sobieski. If you like texture, density, glide, and a plush center, go potato with Luksusowa and Chopin potato. If you want aromatic curveballs, Zubrowka and Zoladkowa each bring a signature accent, if you prefer invisible. Utility in cocktails. Wheat-based Pan Tadeusz and a clean classic like Lancut disappear exactly when you want them to. 10 pours, 1 through line. Terroir matters, even in a spirit many people still call neutral. In Poland, vodka keeps its passport. Once you taste these side by side, you will know why that matters.